Alright, here we go. Diamond and Chester. Oh my god. Barely remember seeing that intro somewhere before. Jeez, was that loud? Music? I can't hear. What am I listening to? It's like very vague. Oh, it's there. It's an officially licensed product, as you can see with this terrible UI here. This is a very shovelware-esque release we're playing today. It's a game that I've never been able to get past the second level in my childhood. Bump that up. Okay, we can't go any higher than that. What the hell is going on with my rolls? And how does this sound? I think we're doing pretty good. The hell is going on with my buttons? Is my dick drifting now? I guess it is. Seriously, what is going on? No analog on this controller. Or this console, I should say. Oh brother, my controller is connecting and disconnecting. We're already having a bad time. Bad enough that the beginning of all my sentences keeps getting cut out, but hopefully there's an intro cutscene. Level 1 Zone A, let's... Okay.
Well, my yellow fellow, it's time these M&Ms had a little R&R.
R&R? Is that a new candy? Are we being phased out?
We are going on vacation. Come on. One last thing before we arrivederci. Who did you leave in charge of the candy factory? Hello? It's what? They what? And what?
You're turning red.
Repeat after me. I did not leave the M&M's Minis in charge of the candy factory. Has your chocolate melted? Have you gone completely nuts?
Well, the minis aren't that bad. All they need is a chance.
All you need is a brain donor. Get to the factory, pronto! There's a Minis mutiny going on. They've stolen the formulas for all the M&M's candies. Stop those Minis! Find those formulas! Go, go, go! There goes my partner. There goes my career.
Oh, I never noticed how corporate this seemed. How product placement this was also. Alright, let's try to get into it. I do remember that loading screen, which isn't that bad. It's actually pretty charming in its own way. I'm gonna try yapping a little bit, just talking just in case. I gotta get a volume set so I'm not cutting out the beginning of my sentences because of the noise gate. I keep talking big about having fixed it, but I guess nothing ever happened. Okay, this is a little loud. It's not too bad. Alright. Well, that sounds fine, so I'm gonna let it go for now. But I'm gonna have to talk super loud now, all of a sudden, because, yeah. Alright. Controller, don't fucking fail me now. There we go. What did I do? There we go. You know, mini M&Ms aren't that bad. I mean, it's the same thing. I prefer the big ones, obviously. And the peanut M&Ms aren't too bad either. I'd still prefer the normal ones. to be honest with you. Get another life. You know, this is very simple. I was expecting a little bit more of a challenge. I hope the stupid repetitive noise of the mini M&Ms isn't that annoying. If anything, this makes me hungry. There have been quite a few M&M games. Guess I should say M&Ms because it's a plural. I guess. All of it, shovelware, obviously. But I am starving for something sugary and deadly. Unfortunately, M&M's is not one of them. So, I'll even take a Hershey's, but I'm more of a crunchy type when I'm eating. Whatchamacallit. I wasn't looking. Okay. When I'm eating chocolate, you know, like what's those called? Those Nestle Crunch. I do prefer those over anything. How big is this game? I hope it's not just 3 levels. There's arrows there, so I would assume not. Alright, maybe I don't want to save in my memory card. But you know what? If we end up losing all our lives, we'll have this. I'll just delete it later because it's just a waste in my memory card. I really wish more games would use the second memory slot, not just the first one. The waste of memory card that I don't have, and I could just switch them out manually, but again, bit of a pain in the ass. And hey, this background song is pretty funky. I like it. Anyway, level 1 zone B. I think we talked about this. I do prefer white chocolate overall, but I'll take regular anytime. Not that I'll eat too much of it. I'd rather eat other sugary foods than chocolate. I think I've grown out of it over the years. More of a vanilla guy nowadays. That being said, turn? Let me know if I gotta speak louder. Because as you can see, the cutting out of my sentences is not gone away or anything like that. And I tend to not know my own volume. It's part of the reason why I don't like being loud. I don't like yelling overall. There we go. It's starting. It's already starting. This dumbass banjo music. But yeah, I guess it depends on the game too. Maybe I'll try not to. My God. Alright. Can you really not hear me over the boxes? I'll try to lower it, and then I'll go on the main menu and lower it again, but... Oh great, my controller. There we go. I can't look away for anything. Oh, my eye. Itches. The turning's pretty slow. I won't lie to you. And I don't know if it's the banjo making me lose my mind. This is much worse than the first level. Hopefully it's not one of those, let's make a super hard game in disguise, but it's just product placement type of games. Alright. That's a hitbox of hell. Alright. And it's random. Great. I did it again. Yeah, it happens. Anyway. Maybe if I just keep this volume over for every game from now on, that'd be great. But again, I don't like making too much noise. I don't like yelling. Even if I'm alone, you know? Was I supposed to hit a button? Alright. There's no going back. What the hell? I can't go back. What? I'm forever stuck. Suffering. I am speaking much louder than I normally would. It might get boring to me after like an hour, but nothing would piss me off more than having my sentences cut out at the beginning or the end because of certain sounds or letters. Specifically like S's and T's don't get picked up by the mic. Something I'll be complaining about in every single stream we ever do. Which is why I'm hoping that whole rant was heard and not cut. Because no matter what I do, I can't even like turn up the volume on the mic. That's not gonna do anything either. It's already at the max as it is. I thought we would have fixed it by the Doom stream, but I guess I'm gonna have to actually buy a new mic. I wonder if I had it saved, and I'm not an idiot who just forgot about it. Who am I kidding? I forgot what mic I was gonna buy already. I think I saved it. Never mind. On eBay. I don't do Amazon because it doesn't really pick up my PayPal. Oh my god. They're doing this on purpose. Look. I can't imagine we'll beat this game. We'll probably get to a point like Pepsi Man and never ever have to worry about it. But yeah, I'm glad you can hear me now, even raising my voice to all hell. That's the one thing I really don't want to do. I don't want to hoot and holler here. But I'm also not going to be whispering. I also would like to whisper sometimes, you know? Certain moments, I feel like that'd be proper.
Here goes nothing.
Wait, little friend. Maybe it's time to ask who's the best candy for the job. Maybe this calls for the ringer, the top gun, the go-to guy. Nah, you're right. You go.
Wish me luck.
Miracles happen every single day. They do. We're dead.
Alright, it's 3 zones a level. That's great. And yeah, like I said, I can't really whisper or talk in a level volume because it's not going to pick it up and it's going to start cutting out. You can always skip to the beginning of the stream and you'll see what I mean when I start talking. Because I always put my phone in my ear so I can listen to it back. Just to make sure. I can't always speak at this loud level all the time.
Oh no, the minis have messed with the milk chocolate. We're in big trouble.
The minis have messed with the milk chocolate. You are in big trouble.
But what was I saying? What the hell is that robot thing? I'm gonna see what candy I got or something. I need sugar now, I guess. But I guess the problem would be, I also don't want to do this, which is like fully enunciate all my words. Very proper, like, and sound out every letter. Otherwise, you can't hear me at my normal voice. Again, something that would piss me off, and I'm trying to think of things because this game is probably going to get me there. Well, somebody said, let's do Crash, but not really. I actually wasn't expecting him to, you know, circle around like that. Also, look, we got the mask pretty much. The Oogly Bob, and whatever the fuck.
Oops.
Oops. I think it came from this one. Oops. Oh. I did hear it had some pretty terrible hitboxes, so, you know, go figure. There we go, we got the medulla oblongata there. You know, as a kid, I don't think I made it this far. I feel like I might have remembered this section. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I'm an idiot, and I don't. Oh yeah, just like Crash. We'll play Crash Bandicoot someday. I wonder if I die if I go all the way to the back. We have a helmet, to which no button does anything. Oh no, I broke it. Oh, thank God. There's an actual menu. Hey, I can do this now. The music's fine, I think. It's actually really nice. But I'm gonna turn this down. That is such a big volume change. I can see it on my OBS. Holy shit. I will leave it at that. You're not here for my voice anyway. It's got the tackiest UI known to man. Very shovelware-ish. But the music guy really did his thing. That's my face right now. I'm just saying the menus are very tacky, very basic. Like something you'd see out of shovelware for like PCs in the 90s or early 2000s. You know, something you'd pick up at a Walmart bargain bin. Was that nitrous? I'm surprised we have this many lives. When I'm playing half of these games, yeah, just about. Models are pretty disgusting though, but again, the music and the environments are pretty good. I'll give it that. Also, that hurt me. I'm glad we have a little shadow, but not that great. This is very old school. I would have been real mad if we lost on that. I'm not worried about minis. We've got enough. health as is. Well, it's pretty responsive. You can see me, you know, winning for the most part. The only thing it makes me is hungry. And a little pain because I have to yell into the mic. That's literally 2 centimeters from my mouth, mind you. How bad the mic sensitivity is, I guess. Anyway, until that issue's solved, I'm never letting it go. I'll keep it around maybe for, I don't know, in case I have anybody over ever, which is never really something that's going to happen anymore, but I don't know, what would you even use a second mic for? Pretty old one too, I got it about 10 years ago probably. Oh, whatever. Already settled on a dynamic mic with, it was like 50 bucks. Good quality and it does the job, that's all I give a shit about. Alright, somehow we made that. Never mind. Okay, that is a shield. Also, I don't know what the hell the point is to... Never mind. A super jump or anything. I'd say about the only bad thing is the hit detection. Up my toe and I'm already dying. That hit me. I was pretty sure I did this, but whatever. Oh, well, never mind then. I did this. There we go. Jumping feels so awkward, but I mean, you do make it, so not that bad. I thought you wouldn't have reach at all, but you do. It doesn't really feel like it or look like it. What, does chocolate hurt me now? I'd like to test it, but I'm not going to. I can already imagine this is going to be some lava. It's not very fun to use. Whoops, that's kind of what I thought. Alright, never mind. Oops, what? There was space. Alright, this jump sucks. Never mind. Nope. Saw my shadow disappear and I said, nope. I'll be taking that. I cannot imagine this game going on for more than 2 levels just because we're at the factory, we solved the issue. I think it's the perspective. I can't tell if I'm actually jumping properly or not. Yeah, this perspective is not great. Took me a while to notice that we were going up and down. Alright. Oh. Why would this be a thing? Why would you have a platform outside of the camera? Alright, my facial muscles are starting to hurt. I'm gonna start not raising my voice too much. All in all, that just means I have to open my mouth so more sound escapes. I'm a very quiet person, as you would probably have guessed. That is nasty, come on. Can barely tell these things move at all. Oh, this isn't as bad as I thought. The title was going to be something different, but it's not getting to me. And it'll be a real shitty day when I start using titles like "This game broke me" or some stupid shit like some AI generated YouTuber. You know, those generic channels with their generic thumbnails that have like "This game broke me" or some shit, and it's just them like with the most depressing thumbnail or in their face or whatever. Although most of them are just commentary channels that detail their first time playing a game, but they act like the game is some like super massive tragedy and it's making them break down. That's one of those titles that I tend to avoid, and usually automatically just hit the "do not recommend me this channel" anymore. I don't know what the hell this is, but it got me. Hey, the music changes, at the very least. Hopefully I don't have to hit that. Never mind. We get enough health to not worry about this. I'm an idiot. Now, what do I do with you? Oops. Never mind. I think this is the end of the stream right here. If he would fucking spin when I tell him to, we wouldn't be having this issue. Like he does it, but then he doesn't. Like that. Am I supposed to wait? Maybe the door opens. Oh, there's a health bar. I have to hit it. But this nut doesn't want to hit him. Now, I wouldn't recommend getting peanut M&Ms. I would just go for the normal ones anyway. However, if I find myself going for the peanut M&Ms, I would say combine that with Pringles, and then we might be talking. I'm a big fan of mixing sweet and savory. Whenever I can. It works. Am I supposed to be hitting these things? Alright. Now it makes a little bit more sense, but not really, because you can't really tell where he's going. This isn't the greatest game after all.
no!
Oh no! It's Big Boss Cam!
Sir, I did a terrible thing. I left the minis in charge of the factory.
He delegated, the hallmark of a confident manager.
They're turning the whole place upside down.
A chance to review our emergency plans.
I don't know what to do. Please help me. Oh, please.
Today's manager can admit that he doesn't have all the answers.
I'm a big, huge, yellow goofball.
He's a big, huge, yellow goofball. So, hot enough for you?
We did it. Suffering continues. It's the same concept as, like, you know, putting fries on a Frosty or some kind of ice cream or whatever in a restaurant or fast food restaurant. Really great. Obviously, it depends on the quality of the fries and the ice cream.
Oh, shoot.
I'll say, this factory's full of them. Well, while you're shooting the shoots, I'll be in the green room mapping a new offensive strategy. Or hiding in a broom closet. Whatever.
But yeah, I think Wendy's is probably the main example because that's probably the best in both categories. So combining them just feels even better. McDonald's fries aren't too bad either, but I mean, I haven't had like a McFlurry or any bullshit like that. I don't eat, you know, base ice cream either. So. And the only thing sweet about Burger King I can think of is a Hershey's pie, which I would much rather get the whole pie from a grocery store and eat it all on my own than spending like what, $3, $4 on the single slice, a tiny slice, mind you. I always make sure to get 2 if I go to Burger King, as you should. All right, we made it past that somehow. That big danger.
Oops. Uh-oh.
This camera sucks. Anyway. That Hershey's pie is one of the best things I've ever had. I'm a big fan of that and cheesecake overall. It's not the same thing, but it does have a similar look to it. I just wanted to mention that. I don't know. Just talking about things that come to mind at this moment. But yeah. I would say it works with cheese. Regular M&Ms, but I mean, if you're just gonna get something sweet and savory, I would say go all the way and just grab the peanut M&Ms. Mix them up with some salty chips. And Pringles is probably the best example I can give you. I don't think anybody eats, like, pure yellow bag Lay's anymore. It really depends, too. You know, when I was abroad, barbecue chips were really, really great. I don't know what brand they were, but it was never like eating barbecue chips here in the US. It just felt like I was eating garbage. But that's just me. Again, that's also a lot of foods abroad. Everything tastes better when it's not in the US. Because it's not ultra-processed. You know, other countries do have food regulations that do work, if you didn't know that. It's a very unfortunate thing, but it's true. They also don't give you air in a fucking bag. So there's that. Ah, shit. My helmet. My ooglebop. It'd be nice if I had a little sound effect, but I guess not. I almost hit the green one. What? could you expect from me? Alright, we're ready. This pause takes a really fucking long time. Get the M&M's Express. Now I'm feeling super hungry. And I really hate it because I could eat out every single day if I could. If it was up to me, I'd be buying chicken sandwiches every single day. But it's me. But yeah, on that note, I guess, my only favorite chip in the US, I suppose, would be... I don't know who makes them, but they're, I'll take that, actually. Fuck you, game. It's, I think they're called honey barbecue twists or whatever. Like these twirly, like, type of things. They're really good. I think the crunch and the honey barbecue is what really gets to me. I think go pretty well with a lot of other things. But I don't want to get judged right now, so we're gonna move on past all that. Ain't that great? Yeah, October's coming up. I gotta start figuring out horror games or something. Oops. I feel like I haven't had too many salt and vinegar chips. You know, I hope the mic picked that up, because I don't want to have to enunciate the word any more than I already have to. You know what I mean? Never mind then. Thought I was gonna hit him. Oh, never mind. There we go. You got two of them for me. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about until I remembered. I was just talking about Halloween. But I think we'll be done with this rotation by the end of September, so it's not that much of an issue. Might have a horror game for every console at this rate. Hey look, we get an M secret formula, I'm guessing. I guess. Isn't this the plot of every food-related video game? Licensed game? Surprisingly, we're not doing too bad. I don't know how I feel about being so good at the M&M's shell-shocked game. You know, I do too. I also don't want a bunch of cockroaches on my desk. What a shame.
Oops.
Nothing but oops. Who would have thought the ground gets you? Why? There's some other games I want to play too, but I feel like I'd be too overwhelmed then at that point. And I kind of don't feel like recording anything right now. Oh, great. Oops. I'll start recording when I'm done uploading the Night Slave playthrough, which isn't that long for one reason or another. but it's there. I just have to edit some oops, some 2 more episodes. Maybe combine them into one. I don't know. Ah, great. If we run out of lives, I'm not playing this again. It'll be over. It's done. Rather play Crash. Oops. Would have been nice to see you stream. I wouldn't have done it then. Just because. But you know, even without motivation, I guess it just depends on how I'm feeling physically at the time. I'm actually quite excited, a little bit, with the YouTube view change. Honestly, I feel like it would help smaller channels more. And give me more of an actual read on, like, how my videos are actually doing. Rather than just, you know, having to rely on watch time or watch hours or anything like that. Because I do want to see, you know, are people actually clicking? Are the thumbnails doing their job? Do I have to up the fan service in my thumbnails? That depends on the game, I guess. And yes, the floor kills me, and yes, I got that. I don't know how I saw him, but I got him. Thought. Of course, it might seem a little weird, too, because more channels are also going to have more views. That was terrible. Alright. I did it again. Alright. So you'll see a bunch of slop. I really hate that word. Why am I using that? You'll see a lot of clickbait now and a lot more AI getting more views. The robot that you can't kill got me, I guess. But it's fine. Honestly, when I see a video with a lot of views, I'm like, okay, whatever. I think what I look more for is, like, likes and the actual content. But I think it more important is to just go down to the comments and see what people are saying on a video. I think that's more important than looking at likes and views nowadays. But it really will influence the way a lot of people think about a video, though. Nobody's gonna watch a 10-view video. I can guarantee you that. Think of it like pack mentality, I guess. How? You know? People see more views and are more inclined to actually watch it or look at it. Plus, I think they're more promoted, I would say. You know, the stupid-ass YouTube AI will probably think it's more worth watching or more popular just because more numbers, you know? Alright, are we done with that? So that was necessary. Somehow, some way. It's only been an hour. And I'm a very, very big, not the biggest, but like a big pro AI guy, but when it comes to creative things, you know, I understand if you're not a good artist, if you don't know anybody, you don't want to pay to these, like, scamming, overcharging, bullshit Twitter artists that do commissions. That's fine. But if you can't do the bare minimum of, you know, talking, and let's be clear, anybody with a phone has a microphone that works. I don't use mine, obviously, because I'm on a computer, and I don't really need to. Because I have a mic. Great. But if you can't do the bare minimum, like putting in effort, just talking, then don't bother. I wouldn't want to watch a... You know, when you find out you're watching like a commentary channel and it's actually AI, that's sad. It's impressive that the AI has managed to fool you thus far, but hey, I commend the progress of the technology, but not the misuses. Is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Especially since we're going into a more corporate utility, not a personal, like, individual case use, which again sucks. I can guarantee you big tech companies don't want you to have your own AI bots or LLMs in your own systems. They don't want you to have your own PCs to begin with, so go figure.
Urgent memo from upstairs.
Ow-woo? Memo. Get things under control now, or we're sending in Green to finish the job. Green. How do I look?
Chill out, Romeo. If Green comes to finish the job, guess who gets all the credit, all the kudos, all the job well done?
Don't tell me. I know this one.
Green, that's who. Green, green, green.
Where? Where? Where?
Ay, ay, ay.
I might have hit the mic on that by accident. It's fine. Anyway. Try to put it into words. But yeah, I'm not the biggest AI defender. But I do think anti-AI folk do overreact. And that really, really turns me off from even engaging in their arguments, because holy shit. That's all I'll say. I'll leave it at that.
This reminds me of the time we were shooting a commercial outside that paint store, and the paint cans blew up, and we flew half a mile into a garbage truck, and the...
Yeah. Thanks for that do-si-do down memory lane.
I thought he was doing the face with the the green M&M. You know, the meme. Anyway, where the hell? Oh, it's the painting, the chocolate, the little weird chemical coating on the outside. With some weirdly 90s track. This game came out in 2001. Surprising, I know. We're already knee-deep in the 6th gen, and we're already still doing PlayStation 1 games. Man, the PlayStation just... Well, 1 and 2 just really outlasted a lot of consoles. Either deservingly so or not, because... There you go. Hey, he doesn't want to spin sometimes. I'm mashing the button, he's not doing anything.
Oops.
Are we serious? Now, I will say this, I don't really agree with layoffs and like switching everything to AI when the technology is just beginning, in my opinion. But I have zero sympathy for translators and localizers, so I do hope they lose their jobs and they never get back in the industry ever again. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Oh, and journalists too. I'd sooner trust Google AI than I do a video game journalist, to be honest with you. Wait, that's a topic for another game that actually has localization or whatever. That's all I'll get out of the way with AI talk. There we go, finally. So if anybody's watching, I guess, I don't know. I have a lot of extreme opinions, to be honest. Hopefully one of these days I get controversy or, I don't know, a bunch of comments saying I'm rage bait or something. I don't know. More engagement for me. But I am being honest. Can't deny that. Almost died. Some floors kill you, some don't. I don't know whether it's green goo. I guess that's the green M&M juice. Yeah, part of me wants to just go into comment sections of videos and actually respond to people, but I'm just fine reading. If anything, I lose IQ points by reading half the comments that I do on a lot of videos. That never, ever hit me. Again, this camera sucks. This hit detection is actually nasty. Maybe if they angled it a little bit higher, you know, like some degrees up, like crash, it'll be so much better. I can't even see in front of me, but it also feels like certain things are not higher than they should be. Anyway, if this was like 2010, 12 YouTube, I probably would have gave a shit. That's when I actually still got comments, I guess, in my old, super old videos. But nowadays it doesn't really matter. Because one, I don't get any comments anyway. And two, it's usually positive anyway, so whatever. What is this? Wish I could move the camera. At least. Yeah, you will never tell where that's coming from. I can't tell if that's down or up. But hey, we're doing it. Oh, I almost missed that M. I didn't even see that. That's how invisible it is. Oops. That shadow's not reliable, not at all. I got a Ooglo Bob.
Oops.
I knew it. You know, sometimes I wonder how much delay the stream actually has. Because we're well past the up and down talk. I know it's like 1 minute, maybe 30 seconds. It's supposed to be low latency, which doesn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things, apparently. Now, obviously, it can't be like ultra... I mean, it is ultra low latency, apparently, but I'm trying to say it can't be like immediate, you know, real time. That's never really a thing, I think. But I can take a look at it. Again, it can't go any lower than it already is, unfortunately. I get the feeling they're not aiming at the same spot.
Oops.
Oops. Well after the fact. Anyway, I can always edit my stream key or whatever the hell it is and check. But there's nothing you can really do about anything. There's no lower than ultra low latency, and it can't be a OBS thing because, great. That's running off of YouTube settings. But yeah, I guess I'll take a look at it. Why do I hear ticking? It is super jarring, to be honest with you. I wish I didn't have to deal with it. So I will definitely take a look at it. Wow, this is very misleading. This really looks like shit. We somehow made it past that. I can't see, so this doesn't really help me. This camera sucks. No checkpoint. All these shadows are really terrible. I can't tell half the time. Oh, we made it. Why am I beating this? This is supposed to be like a little rage game to pass the time, because I didn't want to play anything serious in the middle of the week. I should have just played Ninja Gaiden and have a worse time. Have a horrible time, actually. I'd rather do some, I don't know, some challenge runs of fighting bosses in the Ninja Trials, or, you know, try beating Alma again in Ninja Gaiden 3. Somehow, I got no words.
Oops.
Somehow, I got no words. It's not like it's super difficult or anything, it's just unfair. Why would I expect a little pixel to actually touch me? Oh, this camera is doing that Western, like, platformer thing where the camera just has to move every which way you actually go to. Like that. So obnoxious, and I hope there's nothing here that's gonna get me. Alright, checkpoint. Why would that be an oops? What are we doing? Okay, we run out of lives. I'm not doing this again. I'm deleting this save file immediately. Aha! Almost got me. Never mind, it did get me. Alright. This is as fun as it gets. Somehow I feel like, yeah, that hurts. Oh no. What is this? What do you mean left or right? Like that. Why the hell did he jump like that? Oh no. Doing this again. This character model has not changed a single bit. Same exact face.
Oops.
Face of oops. Uh-oh.
Oops.
I forgot about that. Getting sick and tired of this fucking soundtrack. I actually don't want to hear this anymore. Oh no! I forgot about that one. Well, this is gonna take a while.
Oops.
Yeah, oops. Down to our last live. I can't promise much. Other than I don't want to play this again. I'm a little sad that I didn't have Crash growing up, but I had this. I never played Crash up until like a Game Boy Advance, or way back when on my DS. What a shameful life. Oh, please. Got 2 lives somehow. This camera sucks. I can barely tell what I'm doing. I'll take it. I had a ton of PlayStation games, you know those old, like, what the hell would you call that, like, zip-up, pouches or whatever that held, like, I don't know, like, each page was like 4 discs, front and back. I had one of those just filled up with nothing but PS1 games. And it's not like they were bootleg either. You know, they had the actual disc art on them, so... Not that I'd care, obviously. Yeah, but that one was filled up with nothing but PS1 games in their cover. It was pretty cool. I wish I still had it, to be honest with you. That'd be some collector's type thing. But for now, I only have, like, the ones that I'd bought, like, a few years ago. On my own. I don't have any of that old stuff at all, which sucks. All I have is, like, my old Xbox original cases, which aren't much because I lost most of them. So I have the ones that are more important to me, I guess, and some of the ones that I got later in life. Like, I think Metal Gear Solid 2 and Dead or Alive. Oh, it's a boss fight, right. I love it. Now, what am I supposed to do exactly? Other than die. Alright, same exact concept, I am assuming. But I can't actually get him to stand on these things. There's a little bit of a delay on the dropping of the thing. Maybe I can time it like that. Yep. This is so silly. Very dumb. Alright, somehow that worked. Hey, we did it. Now watch me almost make it.
Gentlemen?
So, you here to learn a thing or two about disaster management?
Where are your hard hats?
I have an unusually hard shell.
Yeah, I left my hat in the executive lounge.
While you were collecting the trash?
When I want comments from the peanut gallery, I'll fill out a purchase order.
That reminds me. Which of you ordered the inflatable power nap sofa with dual cup holders and miracle foot massage?
That was him!
Ugh. Margaret, cancel my other appointments. Gonna be a long one.
Well, we got to see the feminine green M&M, I guess. I'd have something really witty to say, but I really don't right now. I'm just brain dead from playing this game.
As efficiency expert, I'll be timing your performance.
Actually, I do better in the freestyle. See, it all goes back to when I was just a little peanut. I had this coach who was always...
Meter's running, big fella.
Whoa! To be continued.
I feel like I've heard her voice somewhere. I don't know if she's somebody that I should know or what, but she sounds familiar. I guess we're going this way. I don't know why. She sounds... I don't know. I don't want to say an actress. Maybe just a voice actress that I would recognize. But I don't. It does remind me of a black actress that I would know. Not off the top of my head, but just in voice only. What the hell is this? Why did we give up 3D now all of a sudden? Oh my god. I better not be timed. Like invisibly. Get off pause. There's a big delay when I do that. And I can tell you right now, I don't know who that is. I'll look her up later. Because the voice does sound familiar. From this era, it most definitely sounds familiar. Ain't no mistake in that. Although she could just be anybody, to be honest. If it were somebody I could recognize off the top of my head, I would have just said it already. Somebody like, I don't know, Robin Atkin Downs or... or Paul Eiding. Or Eating. Hey, there's something there. I'm never gonna get it. I'm never gonna get it. Great, we're teleporting now. Great, we're losing now. Great, we're really losing now. Somehow got more health. Or lives. I hate this. Really just trying to focus now. I don't know why I care this much. That reminds me, I gotta get back to playing Tiny Toons on the NES. It was nice going over it again after like 30 years, but it'd be nice to play it again at some point. It was the raspiness in her voice, that very slight raspiness. What is my disc dirty? Come on. I know these are canon, legit PS1 save times, but what was that hang up there? Look at that face. There's not a single brain cell. What the fuck are we wearing? Oh, it's his eyebrows. Interesting. But yeah, I really don't care. I could really go for the nastiest, greasiest fast food right now. If it were up to me, we'd be having the biggest burger I can probably get in my life. Just so I can forget about this stupid ass game. And that dumbass fall. You know what? Forget that. I don't need fast food. It'd be more like one of those like bars that serve big old burgers and fries and whatever. Hell, I'd even take a drink. Even though I can't drink because I don't have my ID expired, so. Tough luck, I guess. Oops, we were right there. Although it probably doesn't matter if I just not shave for a while, I'll be fine. Might not even ask me for anything. One of these days I'll do the full face reveal. And then you can see all my super old vlogs and whatnot. I think at that point... Thank you. I think at that point, people will start to realize I haven't actually changed in the last 10 years. More rugged, maybe, I guess, but... Fucking... wonderful. But overall, not much of a change. Which is saying much. The hell is that? And that. They seem to hurt you, but they don't... Anyway. Yeah, the like... There definitely is like a 1 minute delay, and you know, that's better than whatever was happening before. Although that could just be a YouTube thing. Sometimes on my phone, YouTube will sometimes it'll stutter without me noticing. So I end up having to just click on like the live button so I can get back on live again. So it could just be the app. You never know. What even are these things? Well, we've gone from Crash levels to Pac-Man World levels. Which is another game I gotta go and play. That one I did have and I did play the hell out of. I never beat it, obviously. But I'd love to now. Why? You might think you can't make that jump, but you can, and it's so weird. Get on the damn thing. Not having a checkpoint is really a pain in the ass right now. I don't know how much I can hold out for. Why the camera change up? I haven't even hit this yet. Are we in the Death Star? Where are we going? I can't see that. You know, speaking of that, I really love park management games. Or just like any manager game. I'd love to play City Skylines again with like 1 trillion mods, but I'd have to set it up for stream and whatnot. What are we talking about? Where am I supposed to go? That is dumb. Playing something like, why would that be a thing? I can't jump over that. There's no way for me to avoid that. Anyway. Oops. You mean oops? Why does that hurt me? I guess we're stuck here. Anyway, I'd probably give something like Jurassic Park, was it Evolution try? Manage a park of dinosaurs as well, but I've already played most of it, and I probably just install mods for like custom dinosaurs and whatnot. I feel like that'd be the only way for me to get more out of my enjoyment out of that game. Other than that, there's not much else. I could play The Sims again. But when I play The Sims, I require a good 1,000 mods at the minimum. Because there's no way in hell I'm playing with EA baseline clothing, so forget that. Also, importing 1 trillion Sims and putting them all in the game and doing all that kind of stuff, I just kind of got bored. I should just move on and play new stuff and just keep that for like whenever I decide to go back and actually sit down and do all that stuff. It'd probably just be me playing on my own anyway. See how far I can make it. With my sim or a family or whatever. Hey, it's another boss I gotta figure out what to do. Probably just run away from it. There's no health bar right now. You really think you can't make that jump, but you can. It's so deceptive, it's terrible. But as far as sim type games or like management games, we'll see what happens. Again, it's not so much like playing the game or anything, it's just me having to set up all the mods and not having all the DLC as well. That stops me from streaming it or playing it for long periods of time because I do get bored after a while. Having done everything I wanted to do for that session. Not what I wanted. But hey, there's a checkpoint in these. And hey, that hurts me. Hey, that pushes me. Why is he jumping like that now? He was jumping straight like that before. I guess it's just a matter of like how you do it, but I don't have any other management game. I did think about Zoo Planet and some theme park related, but I never really spent any money on it. I just didn't think about it. But someday, I guess. I could play some of the old ones like Roller Coaster Tycoon too, but I really don't like those isometric, really old management games. I feel like my eyes would start to bleed after a while. I just don't like isometric games overall. I don't like the camera or the controls. Which is why you're not seeing me play what's it called? Railroad Tycoon as well.
For a big guy, I'm surprisingly light on my feet.
I'm impressed. I think I'll be giving you a very favorable.
Sure, go ahead and write your report. Tell them we're nothing but a couple of overpaid nincompoops.
Ixnay on the incompoop-nay.
Tell them we botched the whole thing from start to finish.
She said she was impressed.
But tell them this, and get it word for word. They can't fire me. Impressed, huh? Well, what can I say? We do our best. And wait till you hear about our incentives program. Forget stock options. Snack options are where it's at.
Sometimes that candy amazes me.
Alright, I think I'm done with this. If I have to keep going anymore, I'm losing it. Hopefully it's not one of those, hey, you made it to the very last level and you left it at that. It's got kind of things. We've done that before, unfortunately. But I wouldn't know. So, and there's no main menu either. Alright, that's gonna be it. Me. I think we did pretty good. I'd have to yell into my mic. That's the pop filter is really just on my mouth. But I think we did pretty good. It was a good run. So yeah, I guess until next time and all that. And it's Wednesday. Again, the good stuff happens and weekend, and Thursday is gonna be something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think we have any candy. Usually, I always forget, just grab that stuff, but I would say my favorite sweet ever anything. We really have to narrow it down to like a top 3. I think number 1 will be just powdered donuts. You know, the ones that come in a bag or like a plastic box, little mini powdered donuts that will probably choke you to death if you eat too many fast enough. They're so good, god damn. I would say the chocolate covered ones are pretty good too, but I prefer the powdered ones, honestly. I feel like too much chocolate is gonna kill me, physically and mentally. Anyway, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat as much as I can. So I will see you all next time. Goodbye.